how did you find out about Buffy?
Oh man, it was like I was in 4th grade and my stepdad like is like a big movie buff, and so he like we had like weekly movie night, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna start showing you guys this show, and we're like, oh, okay, whatever, and it was a cool show. What does Buffy mean? Buffy was like the first real TV show that wasn't like a Disney TV show that I got into, like the first maybe like adult one, I want to say, and it's just like very empowering. 3, 2, 1.
So here's the thing, right? Everyone's always like Joss Whedon. And like I like the Avengers. Look good. But like I never seen any of his other stuff.
I don't really know much of his work. I know he did the Avengers.
So far I have seen the first 2 episodes plus an episode from season 2.
I had not watched Buffy before this week.
I had never seen the show. I had not really heard. I'd heard about it, but like not much. And I think I said before how I'd seen like parts of episodes of Angel on like PBS, just randomly. But that's like my only experience with the show itself.
The reason that I started watching it was because of Rachel, because she was like, you should watch it, and I was like, okay. And then I don't even remember how, but I ended up seeing an episode of it, and it looked like a fun show.
Like those dolls and the other person.
They're like twist, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm twisted pretty tight." Twist, I don't know if I'm about to break. Don't put that in, please.
But I didn't think you'd pull it off.
Fucking piece of shit. It was really good. There was 2 twists in that episode. I didn't see the first one. Definitely didn't see the second one. Action was a little lacking, but the suspense, oh boy, had me by the balls. Can I say that?
I guess so.
Okay.
Just did.
The first 2 episodes are all like explanation.
Yeah.
This is the first like, okay, so this is how the show's gonna be, like new monster with like some nice little story twists. I'd give it a solid 8. I really didn't like when Willow got hit. So many people in this show need to fucking take a breather.
So far, I've watched 5 episodes. I started it around 12 or maybe earlier last night, and I finished it around before 12 this morning. And I only slept for 4 hours. Definitely see more of Xander and his shenanigans. Just kind of want to see like them keep on doing that fun stuff. That's what was like looking forward to prior to watching this. It's what I liked so far, and it's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, wait, shh.
Yeah. Is he a monster? Let's see. We'll see if he is. Oh shit! He just died.
We get another Eric moment.
They're classic.
Ready? That's it.
My favorite thing about Buffy so far is kind of what I was thinking about it before, was that it's kind of is a fun little show, and has its fun moments, and I can see that early on.
I like the dynamics between the 2 of all the characters. Oh, it's funny. I think Josh Reed is pretty good at some of that dialogue.
Well, I was always pretty into it. It was just like every episode I've seen has made me more into it so far. And all of them have been enjoyable, and I just like the style of it and how, like, I don't know, it's just a cool show.
Yeah, I like when the show can have fun with itself. And, like, it kind of knows it's a show, so it's like, we're just going to do some fun stuff and audience will love it. We like to do it, you know, that kind of thing.
Favorite character?
Xander.
Why?
He's just so funny.
I like Xander more. I think Xander's a cool guy. It's like, I don't know, I'm just excited to, like, see where everything's going.
Macho man.
Oh my god!
I wanna be.
A macho man. Macho man.
That was my favorite part of that episode was the, like, cause that's part of the what that was like the fun aspects of it.
This episode was much better, where it was like dealing with like actual vampires and stuff.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed that there was like lore to it, and it wasn't just a standalone episode, because those are all the ones I've seen so far. But it was cool to see one that was about vampires and not robots or mantises.
It was okay. I didn't think it was that great.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff in the funeral home was just kind of like, eh. I don't know. I liked the rest of the episode. I liked the Cordelia, like, parts. I thought those were really funny because, like, she's a bitch.
Owen, look at you here, all alone.
Cordelia, I'm here with Buffy.
Oh, okay. You want to dance?
No, I'm still here with Buffy.
You are so good to help the needy.
Cordelia, Owen, and I would like to be alone right now, and for that to happen, you would have to go somewhere that's away.
Well, when you're ready for the big leagues, let me know.
Owen, eh. I thought he was kind of cool at first because he was like mysterious, and then you find out he's just kind of like weird as fuck.
He likes dead people.
Yeah, he's like, oh, there's dead people, and then he's like, hey Buffy, you want to go on a date? We can walk around at 3 a.m. and start bar fights. It's weird.
Honestly, my favorite part was when Owen said, I want to see a dead body. Or he said, are we looking for dead bodies? Which is a stupid thing. And my least favorite part is probably just like, I don't know, the bad guy's a baby. Like a 5-year-old kid, and or 8-year-old kid, and he's like, I'm a bad guy. And like, there's a weird like vampire looking at him, and he's like giving him his plan. The baby's like completely straight faced, and he's just like, I'm like, hey, I just want a juice box. You know? This was happening. The kid was just sitting there like, okay, the vampire is like, you're gonna kill her. And he's just like literally sitting there like.
I liked all the Xander parts in this episode a lot. Xander is really a silly goof, and I like it.
I have mixed feelings about Xander, because like, he's funny and like, stupid, but he's also just like a dick. Because like, I know he likes Buffy, but like, he's just a dick about it.
What I'm looking forward to, Willow. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to more not vampires, because I like the monsters that aren't vampires more, so I think.
Giles is just like a classy British man, and I...
Like yourself.
Yeah, just like me.
I'm a Brit.
And I don't know, I like British people, so...
Oh, the tiger jacket was pretty fucking rad.
Mm-hmm. Predictions?
Yeah.
I got a feeling that one character is going to get a spin-off show in a couple of years.
Wow.
His name is Angel.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be cool if they named it Bones. Yeah, so the next episode, I watched half of this one. There's a fucking episode where Xander becomes possessed by a hyena and he eats a pig, which is so stupid. But and like you didn't see it, but like the whole episode, there's like shots of him looking at people hyena-like, and he's like with this pack, and you're like,
you didn't even see the whole episode.
It gets weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just know he ate a pig. There's other shit too.
Oh god, there's other shit. Yeah, it's so odd. It was good, but it was just like very silly, with like it's just over the top. Even for this show with like hyenas, like I don't know, it was just ridiculous. Because they were like acting like hyenas and like sniffing and like growling. It was just too much. And like then they were like sleeping on the ground and like pretending to be hyenas. It was just like, I don't know, this is too much. Like I can handle some stuff, but not this.
We're about to watch episode 7 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, titled Angel. This is my second time watching it. Watching an episode in more like secluded experience while they're in contrast to a group experience, I think it's gonna be very very interesting. Just kind of seeing what people like notice and what people kind of see and what people are like shocked at. And I think there's gonna be some things that might just like go over people's heads at times, and I don't know, because it's just in a group experience, you're not as intently watching, I would say.
Buffy's very interesting in that like its tone is either very, very humorous and like light, or like very dark and like much more like kind of like scary. A lot of cases I think it's very hard to do that, to like drastically change tone so quickly, but this show like has kind of proved that like you can do it like effectively and like well.
Well, I assume that we're gonna learn much more about Angel, because at this point we don't really know anything about him. He's just some dude who shows up, and his motivations aren't really clear. Like, he seems like he's sort of on Buffy's side, but sort of not. Because like when she first meets him, she's like,
Who are you?
Let's just say I'm a friend.
and he's like, I'm not your friend, or something like that.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want a friend.
I didn't say I was yours.
Well, Angel has played like a minor but like important part so far in the show, it seems. Like, he shows up every now and then, and like he's mysterious and stuff. And it seems that like as of late, he's been less and less of like a device to like give Buffy information, and more so of like an emotional interest of Buffy's. So I think he's gonna have a much bigger role in this episode, obviously. I think we're finally gonna find out more of his background and like what he's about. Because as of right now, like, we have no idea what he is.
But Angel kind of just seems to be like the classic like mystery like ally that kind of just like hides in the shadows and like helps people, but it's like they're like kind of ambivalent, but like they're not really that. They're just like obviously the hero.
I think he's ultimately gonna be like on Buffy's side, like a friend, because they've been hinting at him being like a romantic interest. So like, I don't think he's gonna be like evil or something like that.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I read the plot synopsis for Angel, so I know.
No.
So, like, the plot synopsis for Angel is literally a vampire cursed to have a soul. Like, so...
Oh boy, that's helpful.
So I was like, well, okay, now I know that's what Angel is.
No.
But I still don't know what that means. Like, I'm still, like, intrigued by him and, like, who he is as a character.
He is around. It's like the lights dim everywhere else. You know what I take out sometimes? Oh, yeah.
That's a Jane.
Not gonna be pads to fight you.
Fuck her up, Giles. Christ. Jesus. Ah!
He's just a kid.
It's a little weird. Yeah.
Let's move on to the
She didn't have to fuck him up like that.
James, shut
James,
the fuck up.
James.
James.
He started it. James.
What? What's wrong?
Timed out to win. That wasn't that bad of a jump scare, just Eric.
I feel like there was foreshadowing to the twist of him being a vampire, but I didn't expect it at all. So yeah, it really surprised me.
Like, I thought that this was going to be the twist. Because, like, he comes at, like, as soon as you see him in the first episode, you're like, this dude's sketchy. And, like, how does he know so much about the vampires? I thought that he was a vampire. And, so I wasn't too surprised when it happened.
It was funny because I didn't expect it to be like that abrupt. You know, when she pulls away and he's a vampire. I thought it was gonna be something like they keep faking it out, and it's something like they keep saying. I for some reason I think they were gonna like keep saying throwaway lines, like it was gonna be morning, and then Angel was gonna be like, can I hang here for a little while longer? I hate the mornings.
I didn't really know anything about him, so like now I think he's like a really interesting character because he's like an anti-hero with like a pretty cool backstory.
I really liked all the backstory.
I liked getting his like backstory, more of it. How he was like, I was the evil guy, and then now I'm not.
I feel like maybe thinking specifically on Angel, maybe his curse might be broken, so he might just become a full vampire. And then Buffy's gonna have to kill him and stuff like that.
As I watch it more and more, each character is like better and better. Willow has not gotten that much better, but she's still my favorite, so love Willow.
All the villains so far have been like really interesting. I'm excited to see like more of them.
And I'm gonna keep watching.
I'll probably watch it over like winter break.
But I like watching with everyone. It's like a better experience. I feel like.
More fun, yeah.
Didn't want it to look like she was just killing people the whole time.
Buffy, buff, buff. Buffy, buff. Buffy.
Joss Whedon. Writer.
Buffy, Buffy, Buffy,
Avengers.
Buffy, Buffy, how I met your
Neil
mother.
Patrick Harris. Nicholas Brennan.
Who's that?
Carey.
Buffy, Buffy.
Giles.
Buffy, how I met your mother. Buffy, Buffy, Buffy. Buffy, Buffy, Angel,
Jason
and Bones.
Schwartzman.
And Bones, Angel, West, and Shepherd.
Cordelia.
Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed style.
Xander needs to wash.
He does look like someone who needs to watch it.